Hi. Hello, 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 ladies. Happy New Year. That was terrible, but I did it anyway. I'm so excited to be here with you, celebrating the new year. Look, I'm all askew. I got my shirt's all crooked. What's going on here, Jess? Get your shit together. Well, this is a real talk session. This is how we do. This is how we do here. We're just kind of sloppy sometimes. Look, I got my shirt, what's going on? I'm here though. I'm here, all askew and everything. And I'm happy to be here with you. I missed you guys over the past couple of weeks. I wasn't around a lot, I know, but it's the holidays and now we're here together. And we're here to talk about goals and why we set goals, but more importantly, what I'm most excited to talk about is how we actually keep our commitment to our goals. So we're going to talk today about what's it really like setting goals and what really comes up for us when we set our goals. So as you're joining, please go ahead and comment on the side. Give me some hearts and likes and loves to let me know that you're here. Love it, like it, heart it. Hey, 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 hey. I like the flowers. If any of you are joining in now and you can do the flower, do the flower. It makes me so happy. Just to let me know that you're here. Who's excited about getting into a great conversation, getting real today about goals. Yay, 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 hearts, flowers, yay, yay, yay. And if you're over on the side, yes, Queen, hi, Olivia. And if you're here, just comment on the side right now and just say, what's up? Let me know that you're here and tell us where you're living in from, viewing, that's it, viewing from today. Where are you viewing from today? Hi, Emma, how are you, dear? And we've got Olivia, and I think I saw Mavi for a second. Annabelle, you made it. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, hi, Mavi. Oh, I love you too, sister. Amy, hey, girl from San Diego. So excited to have you guys all here. I'm just going to keep kind of chatting a little bit as we've got more people joining. I think we had around like 20 or 30 people RSVP today. So we'll see who actually comes in live and who catches the replay. And if you need to jump off for any reason tonight, for those of you who are in the later time zones, you can watch the replay here in the group. And you and I and all of us are going to be getting real today about goals, because I know that goals can be super exciting and really inspiring, but also really triggering, right? And confrontational, well, confronting rather is the word. We love to set goals, but they also bring up a lot of stuff. And the thing that I always want to talk about and that I see with my clients is it's going beyond just setting the goal. Anybody can set a goal, but what do you do to actually ensure that you meet that goal? So today I'm actually going to share with you 3 pieces of unconventional wisdom that are going to help you make sure you tackle your goal for 2018. And I also want all of us to share our big goals for 2018. Who here, give me some hearts and likes and thumbs up if you've already set your goal or goals for 2018. Like it, love it, give me some yeses in the comments. And let me know if you have already set up your goals for 2018. So give me some likes, give me some hearts. Okay, I got some hearts and likes coming in. I got an angry face. I'm assuming that means that somebody set a goal and they're pissed about having to set a goal. Emma says yes. Amy says yes. Awesome, guys. Yes. Olivia says yes. Cool. Michelle Henderson. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Yes. Okay, great. So we've got a lot of people who have already set their goals. Now, who here has not set their goals? Who here is still waiting to set a goal for 2018 or who's been avoiding a goal? It's cool. It's cool. Like, you don't have to feel bad about it if you haven't set a goal yet. I just set my goal like 2 days ago. So don't worry if that's you. Who here is still kind of noodling on their goal, hasn't exactly figured out what it is that they want to focus on for next year? If that's you, feel free to give me a thumbs up or a heart. And halfway done, says Janine. Oh, hi, Janine. Good to see you. We just got off the phone, and here we are again. Yeah, halfway done. Mav says she hasn't set her goal yet. That's totally cool. A lot of people are still trying to figure out what your goal is for the year. So hopefully for those of you who have already hit your goal or already designed your goal, this will help you. And then for those of you who haven't yet figured it out, this will give you a little bit of context for how you might do that as we move into the new year. So let's just get into it. What do you think? Who's ready to get into it? Yeah, give me some hearts. Who wants to get into it? So, goals. I have mixed feelings about goals, to be honest. I don't know if anybody else here feels that way. Does anybody else here have mixed feelings about goals? You can comment yes on the side. I have these two parts of me that come up when it comes to goal setting. One part of me is the part that says goals are necessary and essential in order to create success. And I I should set a goal and I must reach that goal. And if I don't reach that goal, then I am somehow a failure and not good enough. There's that part of me that comes up when it comes to goal setting. And I'll say that that's the part of me that sets goals from a place of fear as well. And then there's the other side of me that's kind of like, so that's the part that's like, you got to set a goal. You need to, you're an irresponsible, bad person if you don't have goals. And then there's this other part of me. And I'd love to know if any of you resonate with this. Just give me some hearts or say yes in the comments. But there's this other part of me that's like, fuck it. You know, I don't want to set a goal because my life experience has always been that I set goals and then they never come together the way that I think. Every New Year's, I set a goal to make a certain amount of money or to do some specific thing. And it's like a big goal that I feel like this is the year that I'm going to do that thing. And for the most part, it doesn't happen. And even when I set goals in my business, I've learned that like they never unfold the way that I think. So I have this relationship with goals, just one part of me that really sees their value and wants to feel responsible and driven. But then there's this other part of me that has a sense of like, do they really actually work? Anybody else resonate with that? Like this one part of me is just like, goals are great, but what really matters is daily action. And if I'm committed to one thing, then that's really all I need. It's more about an intention than a goal for me. Yeah, Tony says she finally worked how to comment. I'm glad. Yeah, so I'm seeing lots of hearts and likes and stuff go by on this. And I think that that's why I wanted to have a conversation today around not only setting goals, because there's look, I could talk to you about how to set your goals right now. I could tell you about SMART goals, which is something that I'm sure who here has heard of SMART goals. We could talk about SMART goals. We could talk about revenue projecting. We could talk about all these different formulas and methods for creating and setting goals that are specific, attainable, measurable, blah, 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 timely, realistic, SMART. That's what that stands for. You can Google that. You can go Google that. There's a ton of it out there. I don't think that you need me to talk to you about stuff that you can just go Google. Just Google goal setting if you want some methods to set goals. What I'm here to talk to you about today is more about the inner game that drives you to meet your intentions when you set them. That part of you and what you can do in order to ensure that whatever visions you have for the future, because that's all a goal really is, it's a vision for the future, that you have some mindsets and some beliefs and some thoughts that could help you get there. So before I dive in and I talk about those things, I want to hear from you, for those of you who have set your goals. What are your goals for 2018? What is that thing that you want to do this year? Because if we are all aware of what each other is accomplishing and striving towards, we can lift each other up and raise our vibration. That's one of the things that makes group and community so powerful. It's also one of the things that makes my Work the Wealth experience so powerful, is because we're setting groups, we're setting goals and making moves and taking action in a container. So you're getting this like vibration that raises every single time someone's like, fuck yeah, I did the thing. So I want to know, what is the thing that you are striving towards in 2018 that's going to make you go, fuck yeah, I did it. So comment on the in the comments over here right now if you've got a goal that you're super excited about, jazzed about. Tell us what it is. Okay, so Janine says 6 figures and a decent online following. Tiana says self-love and acceptance. Bridget says build my business so I'm self-employed. Great. Keep them coming, guys. As I keep watching them come through, I'll tell you what my goal is for this year. And like I said, I have designed my goals so that they're specific yet very very loose. And that's come from my experience. So my goal this year is to focus on one thing, and that is worth to wealth. That is my only goal this year, is to focus on filling that program consistently, regularly, changing women's lives through that experience, honing it in and fine-tuning it so that I can start to scale it on an even bigger level next year. That is my goal for 2018, to focus on that one thing, which is worth to wealth. Yes, I will probably I have a sub goal to do 5 private clients next year. Yes, I have a goal. I'm hosting my first event next year. Yeah, the Worth to Wealth Summit. It's happening next year, next November, and I'm super excited about that. So I have other smaller goals, but honestly, all of that is cool and great if it happens, but really the only thing that I really care about is worth to wealth and executing that at the highest level of standard within myself as possible so that I can achieve beautiful results for my clients and actually grow my business as well, right? Because that's what it's all about. So let's see. Emma says, get my RTT practice going successfully with great revenue. Awesome. Yeah. Big juicy goal, Jess. Thanks, Bridget. I appreciate you for saying that. Yeah. Oh, guys, my husband Ryan is, so you guys know do you know that Ryan is my business partner? Ryan is my business partner. He is the man who helps me get the juice behind the scenes and everything that I do, not only from a mindset perspective, but a marketing perspective. So he's in here now just giving me some love. So give love to Ryan. Give me some hearts for Ryan, for my supportive, amazing husband who always shows up for me. He's so amazing. Hi, baby. I love you. Okay, so Marta says, my one focus goal is to commit to expanding my skills and establish myself as a great professional in my field. Awesome. 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 Now, I want to ask you for a different goal. These are more high-level goals, and they're a little bit more conceptual goals. Who here has set a revenue goal and wants to share their revenue goal for 2018? So what is your revenue goal for 2018? Tell me, what kind of money do you want to make in your business in 2018? And I'm asking you specifically about money because money is something that we tend to get contracted around when it comes to goal setting. And there's a lot of stuff that gets triggered when it comes to money and goal setting, people putting numbers out there, and it really brings up a lot of stuff. So if you want to claim your wealth this year, my invitation to you right now is to just say the fucking number out loud here in this group and be like, yes, I'm typing it and it's feeling real, and there it is, poo, off to the universe for all of us. Okay, so Emma says $60,000 or 60,000 pounds. Bridget says revenue is 400,000. Yeah, girl. Mav says 500,000. Annabelle 120,000, and that's AUD, says Bridget. Olivia says make 10,000 or more in 2018. Shelly to create a $13 million in 2018. Look at Shelly. Oh my God, girl, and it's so possible. Lilith says $8,000 a month. Yeah, guys, this is awesome. I love these big goals. $200,000 profit per month on average. Yes, $250,000. Look at this money. Do you see what's possible here if all of us can help each other step up into our greatness and own our worth and really take massive, powerful action to meet these goals? How much wealth can be generated just by the people watching this live? We're talking about millions of dollars of revenue just from the people watching this live right now that can be contributed back into the healing of our planet, back into the healing and transformation of other people's lives as we scale our businesses. So Marta says $80,000 a year as a nonprofit attorney. Yes, I love all of this. I need to step up, says Emma. Okay, so let's talk about the stepping up part, by the way. Oh, and so my revenue goals, I should share my goals with you. So my first, this is the first time that I've had a big group program that I'm focusing 100% of my efforts on. I've done group programs in the past, But so this is kind of edgy for me. But my goal is to have 5 private clients next year at $50,000 each. Okay, I only want 5 private coaching clients with $50,000 each. You've heard me talk about that. And my goal is to have 4 experiences, maybe 5, but at least 4 experiences of Worth to Wealth at $150,000 each, plus my event, plus some affiliate partnership deals, et cetera, that I'm working on right now. So my goal is ultimately to come into around the $1 million mark this year. And like I said, I'm telling you, my goals are like, but like, I'm like $1 million is what I'm looking for in my business this year. And that feels like an attainable goal. All right. So now we all kind of have a sense for what we're going after and what we want for next year. I want to know from you, and I'll talk about from my perspective, but I want to know from you, what do you think could keep you from making that happen? That would keep you from self-love and acceptance, that would keep you from making $250,000, that would keep you from making $13 million, Shelly? Like, what is that thing that could keep you from doing what it is that you want? So for me, the thing that could keep me from making my revenue goals and for hitting the marks that I plan to hit in 2018 would definitely be my confidence and my claiming of my worth. I have a fear a lot of times that I'm not ready and that I'm not experienced enough, and that what I'm asking of myself or asking from, asking from my business, it's just I'm not prepared for it. Not prepared in experience, not prepared emotionally, not prepared financially, whatever the story is. There's a story in me around not readiness. And that story of not feeling ready shows up for me in the form of perfectionism and procrastination. Like yesterday, when I spent 3 hours vacuuming and cleaning my house instead of sitting down and working on my sales pages for Worth to Wealth. Yes, I did that. I vacuumed for 3 hours. My house is only 2,800 square feet, but I managed to vacuum for 3 hours. Everywhere, every nook and cranny. And then I was moving things around because the first sweep isn't enough, because then you've run out of things to procrastinate with. So then you're like, oh, I gotta move this chair. Oh no, I'll just move the bed. And I'll move the furniture. So next thing you know, you're rearranging furniture, and that's how you procrastinate. So I want to know from you. Put it in the comments. What's the stuff that could keep you stuck? And let's get real about that. Because if we're not honest and we don't own what it is that could keep us from having what we want, then we can't move through it when it shows up. So for me, it's perfectionism. It's that story of not being ready. And there's also a part of me too that sometimes is like afraid that people will judge me for wanting to be successful and for wanting to make money. Does anybody ever get that? Anybody feel that fear of being judged for wanting to make money and wanting to earn wanting to have a highly successful business? People kind of like, oh, you're in transformation and you're here to help people's lives, and that's wrong. This is the story I tell myself. That's wrong to make money when you're here to help people. And so sometimes that story comes up for me a little bit when it comes to setting my goals. So those are just a few examples of stories that I have that typically hold me back when it comes to meeting my goals. So comment on the side for me. Tell me what's your thing. What can keep you stuck, guys? Tell me, is it a fear that you're not enough? Is it a belief that you're not ready? Is it an undercharging? What is it? What's your thing? So tell me what your thing is. Comment here now. And while I wait for your comments to come in, now I think it's a good time for me to talk about what I have seen in my clients, because I've helped hundreds of women and hundreds of clients reach goals, first as a career coach, as an executive coach, and now as a coach for entrepreneurs and coach for women. And so I see people set goals all the time, and I see people make their goals, and I see people miss their goals all the time. So I want to share with you 3 pieces of unconventional wisdom that has helped me and my clients ensure that they actually make their goals stick. So the first thing is comes from this book. It's called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Has anybody read this book? It's called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. Anybody read it? Give me some hearts, likes, or thumbs up if you've read it, or say yes or no in the comments. Yes, I've read it. No, I haven't read it. I have no idea what you're talking about, Jess. This is crazy. Oh, you know what? I just realized that my comments weren't moving in real time, so I missed a bunch of the stuff that you guys were saying, guys. Yeah, just not wanting to be greedy is one of the things that is holding you back. Betraying your values, Marta says. Done giving away free sessions, says Olivia. Not getting clients who can afford you. Yeah, the fear that you can't handle hanging on to the money and managing the money. Self-worth. Yeah, okay, so you guys haven't heard this book. Okay. This book is amazing, and I highly recommend that you buy it and read it ASAP. I read Essentialism, and it totally changed my life. And I can't say that about many books that like really change your life, but as a business owner especially, it changed everything for me. And in the book, he talks about this concept of essentialism. One of the biggest reasons why people don't meet their goals is because they are focused on boiling the ocean. They're trying to do too many things at one time. And when you have focus that is spread across so many different areas, your energy becomes divided. I'm going to attempt to draw something for you. I'm not a good drawer, but I'm going to attempt to draw something for you now. In the book, he talks about something called an essentialist versus a non-essentialist, okay? So here's what I mean. This is the non-essentialist, all right? This is the person who has their energy split in a million different directions and is constantly feeling that experience of I have to, I need to, and I should. Anybody know that feeling when it comes to reaching your goals and making moves in your life and your business? That feeling of like, oh, I just have to do it all, and I have so much that I can't, I have to, and everything is equally important and nothing is more of a priority than anything else. Well, part of that happens because we are not following an essentialist path, and we've chosen to make everything an equal priority, which in reality, the word priority means that that one thing is above everything else. So not everything can be a priority. So this is the life of the non-essentialist, N-E, non-essentialist. The non-essentialist is the person who takes their energy and spreads it out in every direction. It's like a bomb went off. It's like a scattershot approach to getting things done. The non-essentialist thinks, I have to do it all. It's essential that I get it all done. And if I don't, I'm a failure. And this belief of the non-essentialist is what holds so many people back. And this experience is what holds so many people back from reaching their goals, because nothing is really being given the attention that it needs in order to thrive. Has anybody done this before? I'm seeing lots of hearts and likes go by. Comment on the side. Have you found yourself living life like a non-essentialist before? I know I have. When I was starting my business especially, I felt like I needed to do everything all at once. I was like, okay, so I have to get a Facebook page, and I have to do Twitter, and I have to do Instagram, and I need to create a webinar, and I need to build an entire sales funnel, and then I need to figure out how to sell, and I need to figure out what all my pricing is, and I need to build a website, and I need to get out and go to bed. Oh my freaking God. That is that experience of being a non-essentialist. Yes, everybody says, yeah, Lilith, Essentialist, ESSENTIALIST. Yes, oh dear, says Bridget. Yes, says Suzanne. Yeah, that experience is the experience of the non-essentialist. And that is just around your business, guys. That's not even including the rest of your life. Now let's talk about the non-essentialist. Okay, here's the experience of the non-essentialist. And again, please bear with me with my drawing, but I know but you know I'm not an artist. So this is the experience of the Essentialist. The Essentialist, on the other hand, takes all of that energy that they have, which is a finite resource in a way. Like, you have a limited amount of self-control every single day and a limited amount of energy, which is why we sleep, because it replenishes our levels of energy in the body so that we can have clear focus, clear intention, come up into our days and show up into our lives with more vigor. So this is the path of the Essentialist. This is what the Essentialist life looks like. The Essentialist focuses on the vital few versus the trivial many. The vital few versus the trivial many. So when you focus on the vital few, that means you're picking 1 to 3 things. The way that I like to think about this is maybe one thing in every core area of your life, but it's focused on one thing. And then instead of taking all of your energy and trying to split it and divide it and send it out in all of these directions, all of your energy goes in a single direction. And that creates momentum. And the problem that most of us have when it comes to goals is that we're like multitasking our experience, and we're like blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, you have no momentum in anything. And you constantly feel like you're going back to first gear, dropping it back down in first gear and revving up the engine again every single time you switch your attention. I know this sounds like a simple thing, but as soon as I decided to start focusing on the vital few versus the trivial many in my business and my life, everything changed. Because now I was able to say yes to the things that mattered and no to the things that didn't. And the biggest piece of leverage, the one thing that an essentialist does that a non-essentialist doesn't do, is they leverage the power of no. Who here has a difficult time saying no? No to people, mostly. No to experiences. The thing that most of us have a difficult time saying, yeah, I'm getting some hearts, some thumbs up. Yeah, yes. That book was literally written for me. People are saying, this is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, glad you guys are vibing on this. Not you anymore. Yeah, Amy. So I want to hear from you, Amy. Type out. Tell us what changed for you, what you've done differently. So yeah, everybody has a tendency to say yes. And here's the thing. Here's why we say yes. We're not actually saying, when we say no, we're not actually saying no to the thing. Like, let's say you get an invitation to go out to a dinner when you really want to be working on your business. Or somebody invites you to be part of, I don't know, some Instagram challenge when you know that Instagram's not really your most high leverage thing in your business right now, but you do it anyway, right? Whatever it is for you. The reason why saying no is difficult isn't because the word no is hard to say. It's because of the experience of saying no to a person. It's not saying no to this coffee mug. It's saying no to the person who invited you to take the coffee mug. It's saying no to the individual who asked you to help them with something. And for transformationalists, this is where we say no, where we have the biggest time saying no, and it's, totally sabotages us from reaching our goals, is that we don't say no to giving away our gift for free. We constantly have people asking us to support them in their transformation without paying for it. Who here has had that experience of somebody saying, hey, can you help me overcome this fear, this challenge, this block, this belief, this physical problem that I have in my life? And then there's never an opportunity, or there's never a discussion about paying for it. Free coffee dates, free lunch dates, free phone calls, free. We give so much away and we don't say no to those requests. And so what ends up happening is we devalue our work. And that isn't just you, that's an industry-wide problem. And you can see a post that I recently wrote about this in the Coach Academy, but we have an industry problem of undercharging and undervaluing our services because we don't step up and claim our worth. And when you really believe in yourself and you believe that your time and your gift is valuable, when you are committed to your desires and your singular focus goal and your primary intention in your life or business, then you can easily say no to the things that are not on the path. But if you find yourself in a situation where you're not saying no consistently, then my invitation to you is to look at yourself and ask what fear is driving that. People talk about the fear of missing out. I don't really believe that. I think it's truly a fear of rejection and being made irrelevant. People are like, oh, it's FOMO, fear of missing out on that great experience. No, you're really afraid that you're no longer going to be relevant if you don't attend that party, go to that event, join that thing. That's really what it's about. So my first piece of unconventional wisdom for you is to not focus. The goal is important, but only in so much as that it provides a singular direction and is clear enough so that you know exactly when and how to say no to who and what. That's really the major focus. So for me, for example, Worth to Wealth is my primary goal for this year. So if somebody invites me, or if I have an opportunity to create another program or do another experience, then I can clearly say, that's not on path for me this year. The answer is no. So, because look, as entrepreneurs, we can come up with new ideas all day long. Who here comes up with an idea and then never executes it, but then comes up with another idea and then never executes it? We can come up with ideas over and over and over again. It's one of our gifts. That's why we're doing this type of work. It's why we're good at what we do, is because we're creative people. And that creativity can end up turning you into one of these. So I don't want you to be this year. I want you to be this. So definitely pick up that book, Essentialism by Greg McKeown, and check it out and read it. And in that book, he gives away so much great information, especially on how to say no in a way that's graceful and powerful. So if you want to reach your goals this year, my first invitation for you is to take a look at what you've chosen to commit to and choose the one thing that is going to have the biggest impact. The one thing. There's one thing that if you choose to say yes to is going to have the biggest impact and will make everything else irrelevant. So focus on that thing and do that thing and avoid that experience of the non-essentialist. So what do we think? Who wants to be an essentialist in the New Year's? Give me some thumbs and flowers. You know I love the flowers. Give me the thumbs and the flowers. Love it. Yeah, people are saying I'm done with free. Learn my lesson. People, that's right. When you give your stuff away for free, guys, people don't appreciate it. Janine, you're so right. There's no skin in the game. Step up and claim your worth. Tiana, yes. Tony says the book link was a summary essential. Oh, thank you guys for posting the link in the comments. I really appreciate you doing that. Emma says, yes, the answer is no, Jess. Yes, the answer is no. Practice your no. I know we just did something called the yes games, but sometimes you need to practice your no. Cool. So see, you guys are totally, distracted by house duties, families, animals. That's the thing. That's one thing in the book too. He talks about this. He talks about like your life like a stovetop, and that you have 4 burners on a stovetop like this, but you can't possibly have, like, having all of the burners on at the same time will overheat the stove and cause you to burn out. Love that metaphor, right? So if you have multiple things, like if you have animals, family, business, and health, let's say, are your 4 primary areas that you want to focus on, you have one thing in each of those areas, then what you can do is choose to say today or this week or right now, I'm focusing on my health burner. And then tomorrow, I'm going to focus on my business burner. And then whatever. So you can start to compartmentalize your life, your tasks, and your activities around these 4 vital, not trivial things, right? So don't burn out your stove, guys. Don't burn out your stove, because then you're not going to get anything done. And I don't want that for you. I want you to get all the things done. Okay, so the second piece of non-conventional wisdom when it comes to goal setting is to create a system, to use a system in order to meet your goals. So a lot of people, when it comes to goal setting, set the goal, but they haven't thought about the operational requirements in order to meet that goal. My husband has been mentoring with this guy who has like a $200 million business. And, so Ryan and I invest more money in coaching than we do in our own transformation than we do in anything else. And in fact, my goal is to grow Worth to Wealth and to scale it into 2019, right? That's my only goal. In order for me to do that, then I know that I have to step up into new levels of my own personal leadership, and I need to grow the support structures in my business. So for example, I knew, okay, my goal for this year is to focus on the expansion of Worth to Wealth and to make that my primary offering and to change at least 150 women's lives this year through that program. So if that is my goal, then what do I need to be in support of that? What systems and structures do I need in order to do that? And for me, I decided I needed more support in the form of people. So we have just invested I have my own personal and executive coach already that I work with. We've invested in a business strategy and legal, tax, finance, and accounting coach. Yes, gross, but so important. It's the first time I've ever made an investment like that, a very large investment. And I'm actually kind of excited about it because I hate finances and taxes, but I'm changing that. And then we've invested in a relationship coach because my husband and I know that if our relationship isn't on point, then I can't show up powerfully in anything that I do because my heart is always with him. And so if he's energetically off and we're energetically off, I'm energetically off. And then, of course, obviously we have my assistant, I have Mavi who works with us, and more and more and more. Plus, we're going to be investing in other systems and tools. So once you figure out what your big goal is, the next piece of unconventional wisdom is to focus on the operational goals and make those your priority and to build systems in order to make sure that you reach those goals. Those look like things that are more tactical and practical. I have a friend of mine, John Davey, actually, Marissa's husband. He's a great friend of mine and a business mentor. And I always ask him, like, when he's launching a new program or doing something, I'm like, so what's your goal? Like, how many people do you want to get in? What's your revenue goal? He's like, in this British way, oh, I don't have one of those. I don't do that. And I'm like, really? He's like, no, I don't do that to myself because I have no idea what's going to happen. All I know is I'm going to run a bunch of ads, and I'm going to run a bunch of emails, and I'm going to do this many number of webinars, and I'm going to optimize it, and then we're going to get people in, and then we're going to keep doing that, and then we're going to get more people in, and that's how I'm going to roll. And when I heard that the first time, I was like, wait a minute, you've built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses without setting a revenue goal for a launch. Okay, so what he was talking about, though, was focusing on those operational goals. He was talking about focusing on executing those specific tasks and doing them with excellence. And only really, Ryan's mentor talks about only trying to make a 1% incremental change from the day before even. If yesterday I did this, then what can I do to improve things by 1% today? That's it. It doesn't have to be about setting some big crazy goal, but even if you set your goal, if you haven't figured out exactly what are the steps that you need to take in order to reach that goal, you're automatically setting yourself up into a position where you become overwhelmed and freaked out. So it's not about setting sub goals. It's like, what are the systems and structures that you need in place to hold you accountable to getting that shit done? For me, the one thing that I know will make me a success and that my clients have seen make them a success is to have the right container for their personal growth and their business growth through the support of a coach and a mentor. I know that having the right coach and having the right mentor, and that coach and mentor being able to guide me through the moments where I get stuck into making powerful decisions and getting clarity around my business and my objectives is what's going to make me flourish. When I try to do it alone, I fuck up. Every time I've tried to build my business without support, I end up losing money and going broke. So if you're looking for something that can help you ensure that you make your moves in 2018, don't just set the goal, also come up with the operational activities and assignments and the structure that you need in order to ensure that you get success. So I'd love to know from you guys, Sharpen the Screw. Yeah, gross. Mav says gross. John, you love my British accent, Annabelle. It's terrible, isn't it? It's the worst. You should hear my husband's. He sounds like Indian when he tries to speak with a British accent. It's hilarious. Okay, I have a tip for you. Who here has, so as we talk about all of this stuff with your goal setting, Who here wants to make sure that they're managing their time well? Because part of this idea of being an essentialist is saying no and also managing your time. Who here would like a tip on managing your time and getting the most juice out of your day? Yes? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some likes. Yeah. Cool. All right. So yes. Lots of likes. Cool. Okay. So there is a technique that my husband and I learned through a program that we did called Life Hack Bootcamp. If anybody here is ever interested in a productivity work, like a productivity course and coaching program, it's the best one on the market. Best one. My friends Carrie and Demir are the ones who created it, and they're fucking brilliant, and what they do is next level. So they taught us how to do something called Pomodoros. Has anybody here heard of Pomodoros before? And it's not a pasta sauce. If you've heard about Pomodoros, give me a yes in the comments. And if this is new to you, say no. Say no if it's something you've never heard of, and yes if you've heard of Pomodoros before. Anybody here used this technique before? I've got some people giving me some hearts and stuff. Okay. All right, so for those of you who haven't heard of Pomodoros, I'm going to give you a high-level overview. I talk more about it in Worth to Wealth because I use this to help you structure your yes moves, because every week in Worth to Wealth, we make a powerful move that actually produces results in your business, and we hold each other accountable. Just like the yes games, for those of you who did that, we do that every week in Worth to Wealth. So one of the things that you can do to ensure that you manage your time really well as you are on the path to reaching your goals this year is to use this thing called the Pomodoro method. Here's how it works. Every day you're going to figure out like what is the one thing or the handful of things, the vital few things that you need to accomplish that day. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your day and you're going to schedule it out into chunks. 40-minute chunks, 45-minute chunks, an hour chunk, 30 minutes. I like to do 60 minutes because I tend to work well in 60-minute blocks. And then what you're going to do is you're going to break down all of the tasks that you need to get done in order to do that one primary thing for the day. And you're not trying to do 100 things, maybe one, maybe two things for the day. You have a primary goal. So for example, yesterday I wanted to launch my sales page for Worth to Wealth. So I came up with a set of Pomodoros to run. I knew that I needed to write the copy, I needed to write the headline, I needed to come up with the design, I needed to source images, right? I needed to QA and test the page, I needed to do integrations. So I took all of the sub-steps and I broke them down. And then I gave each of them a time block to complete. And I only focused on that one thing during that time block. And I like to write them down on Post-it notes. You write them down on a little sticky note, and then you put all these sticky notes on the wall so you can see exactly what you're done. And every single time a Pomodoro is complete, you take that sticky note, you move it over to a completed section, and you watch yourself as you move through all of these action assignments for the day. It's really cool versus having some boring to-do list. Oh, I hate to-do lists. I can't even with to-do lists. I don't really use to-do lists. I don't use them in my business. People have admonished me for that for years, but I just don't use them because they just do nothing but make me feel stressed out and shitty about myself. So instead of using the to-do list, I play this game. It's a game. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a set of Pomodoros today. And I don't do it every day. I only do it when I know I really want to focus on something. So I get these Post-it notes and I write down each of the tasks. And then I move them over to another area when I'm done. So it's cool because I'm like, yeah, watch, ooh, I did the game in 30 minutes, 60 minutes, woohoo, did it. And I celebrate. And you take like a 10-minute break and you do something to celebrate the completion of that task. And then at the end of the day, I take all of those little tasks and I have a little jar and I ball them up and I put them in the jar. And it's cool because like if you ever save money as a kid, anybody ever save money in a jar as a kid? You know, you save quarters or dollars. Instead of just having a line cross through a piece of paper in your notebook that you never see again, this actually allows you to look at the accumulation of your action and creation over time. Because every one of those sticky notes is a piece of evidence that you're on track to getting what you want and creating the life that you want. And I find that to be a lot more inspirational and exciting than simply making a line through a task at the end of the day, getting it buried in a notebook and then never seeing it again, and allowing myself to go back up into my head in a place where I think I'm not doing enough, I'm not making enough progress, I'm not working hard enough, whatever, I'm never going to make it. But when I can see this jar full of all of these sticky notes of the stuff that I've done, then I can kind of go, actually, Jess, like, you're pretty rad. Like, look at all the cool stuff you've done. You've done a lot, girl. Like, yeah, you may not be there yet, but you're on it. You're doing it. So rather than give yourself this boring structure where you just write through a line on your to-do list, play a game. Like, make it fun for yourself to do this. And we'll be running some Pomodoros in Worth to Wealth, and I'm going to be talking more about how you do that there. But for those of you who are excited about it, give it a shot, try it out, and see what you think. What do you think? Do you guys like this idea of the Pomodoros? Yes, I'm doing this. You love this? Oh, cool. Yeah, tomato timer. Thank you, Sarah. I use that. And you can also use the stopwatch or whatever on your phone. That's really effective too. But here's an important part. Here's an important part. And this goes back to saying no. If you want to make your palms a success, you must say no to anything else during that time. So that means that, let's say you are working on putting together a hot list for outreach for sales calls, okay? If you're putting together a hot list for potential people that you might invite to an experience that you're doing in your business, then you can create a 20-minute Pomodoro or an hour-long Pomodoro to do that. That doesn't mean that 30 minutes in, you stop and check Facebook or your email. So there's something really awesome called the Newsfeed Eradicator. You can use that to eradicate the newsfeed. And there are actually even tools that allow you to block your browser completely for a set amount of time. But if somebody comes up to you, and this is for any of you who are currently working full-time somewhere else as well, you can apply this at your work. If somebody tries to walk up and interrupt you, like a coworker or your husband who's milling about the house, or a friend or something calls you, you have to exercise your no in that moment to say, thanks for coming over to speak to me. I'm in the middle of something right now. In about 40 minutes, I'll be done, and then I have a 10-minute break, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you about that. And you have to really make that a sacred space and a sacred time and set that boundary for yourself, because otherwise you will end up spreading your energy thin and you'll constantly be shifting back to first gear. And the reason why Pomodoros are so powerful is that you get lots of momentum that builds and builds and builds throughout the day. So doing a couple of those palms a week, like one day of like a half day of palm or 2 half-day palm sessions is really going to give you momentum and help you learn how to set boundaries in your business and your life so that you can easily and effortlessly move forward without constantly going back into that lower gear and starting back up again. Sound good, right? Okay, so it sounds like everybody's loving this idea. 50 minutes, Marta says, take a break, 10 minutes, and give yourself a reward. That's right. Which leads me to the last piece of unconventional wisdom on reaching your goals, which is to reward yourself early and often. Who here, give me some likes or comment yes, if you is someone who tends to withhold your rewards until you reach some big goal, and punish yourself when you're not reaching that goal. Who here tends to withhold reward? I know for me, I do that. So let's say a reward for me sometimes is going on a walk. I know it sounds basic, but for me, going on a walk outside down the path, down the street from where I live is so beautiful and I love it. But I oftentimes find myself saying things like, you're not allowed to go on a walk until you complete these 17 things for the day. Not this one thing, these like 20 things. And so what I'm really doing in that moment is I'm punishing myself and I'm holding out this reward so far away from me that I never get a boost of happiness. If you choose instead to give yourself tiny, consistent rewards, that means you're getting little mini injections of joy. And with every little mini shot of dopamine and joy that you give to yourself, it encourages you to continue to move forward. You're literally training your brain to continue to take action by consistently making small moves and rewards to celebrate your success. I have so many clients of mine who refuse to see something as a success, even if it's small, because it wasn't the big thing. They don't want to celebrate the decision to say no to somebody instead of saying yes. They don't want to celebrate the decision to make a proposal, even a $60,000 client proposal, even though that person said no. They only want to celebrate the $250,000 goal. They only want to celebrate the sold out program or event. They don't want to celebrate the little things, but when you do that, you're withholding that opportunity from yourself to train your brain to love taking action. So give yourself small little pieces of reward along the way. And whatever that looks like for you. And I'm not going to judge it. Like, maybe it's you did this thing and you go get a massage. Maybe you did this thing and you go buy a plane ticket. Or maybe it's you do this thing and you paint your nails, or you make a cup of tea, or you watch your favorite show for 20 minutes. I don't know. Whatever it is for you. But figure out what those small things are that will reward you for continuing to take consistent daily action. Because that is what is going to allow you to meet your goals, is consistent daily action, being in the creation of your desires, not just in the thinking of it. So yeah, you don't reward yourself enough, says Lilith. Yeah, you gotta love yourself. And we don't reward ourselves because we don't believe that we're worthy of receiving that love. And that's the truth. We feel unlovable. We feel different, not good enough. We feel less than, insufficient. And we choose to not show compassion to the self in those moments. But if you can be compassionate to yourself and choose to love yourself in those little ways, then you are showing yourself over time that you're worth it. That it's worth it for you to create the hot list for your leads, that it's worth it for you to make a $60,000 proposal, even if the client says yes, that it's worth it for you to do a Facebook Live, or to produce, to put your name in the ring for a podcast interview. And you reward yourself for that action, for choosing to be in that action, because that's what matters more than anything. We forget that the action is what allows us to reach the goal, but we only hold that goal above ourselves. We beat ourselves up for not meeting that goal. I beat myself up. I don't want to speak for you. I don't want to put words in your mouth. This is just what I believe is probably happening for you. Anybody do that? Anybody beat themselves up every day because they feel like they're never going to reach their goal? Yeah. Yeah, Marta says she did this through Life Hack Bootcamp, and Jessica, and it's the key to changing those things. Yeah, Marta and I have worked together, and she's amazing, powerful, powerful woman. And we met through Life Hack Bootcamp, well, through that community anyway. Yeah, you reward yourself frequently. I love to know, what are the ways that you reward yourself, guys? What are the little things that you like to do to celebrate yourself when you've stepped up and done the thing that you said you're going to do? What are those things? For me, I like to watch Netflix. It's true. I like to watch Netflix. That's a reward. I like to have a glass of wine with my husband. That's a reward. So I have a lot of different things that I like to do to reward myself. So I'd love to know what you guys like to do too. Dance, mani-pedis, a glass of wine, family time. Love it, love it. Happy dance, says Matt. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so those are my 3 pieces of unconventional wisdom for you. Let's review them again. So piece number 1 is to be the essentialist. To be the essentialist, where is it? To be the essentialist and focus on the one thing, not the non-essentialist. Focus on the vital few versus the trivial many. The second thing is to create a system and to have the structure that you need in order to be held accountable to take action that supports your action. And then the third thing is to reward yourself every single day for the actions that you do take, because you are worth it. Right? Okay. So let's talk now about how you're going to keep up the momentum in the new year. And for me, like I've told all of you already, Worth to Wealth, that is my big goal. And I designed Worth to Wealth because I know how hard it is for you to get up and get moving when it comes to starting a business. It is very, very easy to set business goals and then to have all of these high hopes and dreams when you start your year, and then just so quickly watch yourself fade into an experience of feeling dejected, feeling like you're not making enough progress, beating yourself up. But if you want to continue to maintain the momentum that you've had moving into the year, I invite you to actually consider what it would be like to join a group of women who are just like you, taking massive action every single week in order to hit your goals. Every single week, you guys, we make powerful yes moves in Worth to Wealth. So if you participated in the yes games, who here participated in yes games? Give me the thumbs up and the hearts and the loves. Who participated in the yes games? Yes, yes. Tell me, who loved that experience? What was it? What was the best thing about that? Right? Like the best thing about an experience like that is that you actually get that support real time, and you're doing it with somebody else and everybody else. You're getting tons of accountability to take action along the way, and you're not hiding out. That's one of the biggest challenges that we face, is that it's easy for us to hide. It's easy for us to hide from our fear of not being enough. It's easy for us to hide from putting ourselves out there. It's easy for us to hide and bury ourselves in website projects and Instagram posts instead of doing the things that really matter in your business. And so my intention, my invitation, my desire for you is that you do the things and focus on the things that matter when it comes to building your business in 2018, that you have a supportive group and a community of people who are just like you, who are ready to step up and take massive action. And that you get that support not only at the conscious level, but at the subconscious level. Because self-sabotage is a thing. Who here has sabotaged themselves? Who here has put the big goal out and thought that you had all the desire in the world, but then found themselves somehow, some way, actually not doing it? Some part of you constantly taking yourself down. Well, that part of you is the part of you that doesn't believe that you're worthy. So Worth to Wealth is here to help you step up, claim your worthiness, own your power, believe in yourself, not just know it, but really honestly know it, by helping you reprogram those subconscious thoughts and blocks that have kept you from meeting your goals in 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014. Nay. No more of that stuff. I don't know about you, but I am done with the experience of setting goals and intentions and then feeling like shit at the end of the year for not reaching them because of something that I couldn't control, just because you didn't know how to collaborate with your subconscious mind. So in Worth to Wealth, we help you actually break those blocks, rip them out, and get rid of them. The RTT practitioners in this group, you know from yourself, from your own experience, and from the things that you see in your clients, how powerful this technology is. But what you haven't experienced is the process of having that plus coaching, plus business mentorship, plus teaching and training, plus a community of people who are right there with you. There's nothing else out there like this. This has taken me years of investing in my own growth, years of experimentation in my business, years of practice and experimenting with combining modalities to get to the point where I have built Worth to Wealth. This is the program that I know is going to change and revolutionize your life and the way that women launch businesses today. This is something that has never been done before, and I know that it will get you where you want to go. It's designed for you to take action. It's an investment because you're going to get a return. That's what an investment does. You put money in, you get money back out. So if you want to make big moves in 2018, if you want to be and think like an essentialist, if you want to take massive action, if you want to claim your worth, for those of you who are commenting like, I'm a hell yes to myself, I'm ready to do this, I want to help you, and I can help you. I care so much about the success of all of you and the success of this community. I care so much about getting your good work into the world, because the work that you do is so essential. Our planet really needs you right now. It really needs you. We need you to step up. We need you to claim your worth. We need you to get over your fear about money so you can reinvest in yourself and continue to expand the impact that you make and the contribution that you have. It's essential. It's vital. And you can do it. I know you can do it. So if you're feeling curious about Worth to Wealth and you want to know how it can support you, what we're going to do is I'm going to post a link actually to my calendar, or to a calendar, so that, or an application rather, so that you can fill out an application and then schedule a call with a member of my team. And what you're going to do on that call is we're going to help you get really clear. We're going to continue this conversation around your goals for 2018. And I'm going to give you feedback, and we're going to give you feedback on your goal, how you can make it tighter, what you can do to get more clear around it. We're also going to help you honestly identify, like, where are you holding yourself back in that goal? And where could you hold yourself back? And then what might you do in order to take the steps forward? What kind of support are you looking for in your business? And is Worth the Wealth the kind of experience that you need right now in order to get where you want to go? And if it's a hell yes for you, great. And if it's a hell no, or if it's a not now, that's fine too. By the end of the call, no matter what, you're going to walk away having a greater sense of clarity around what you want to do in 2018 and what you need to do to get there. And that call is going to be either with me or with my husband, who is my business coach, my marketing strategist. He's also a coach. So you're going to get tons of support just in that conversation. And plus, it gives me an opportunity to get to know you even better too. So I'm going to be posting a link to that, a link to the application. All you do is fill that out, and then we get to have a conversation. So that is my ditty for you today on reaching goals. Olivia says, yes, girl. Olivia's joining Worth to Wealth. We already have, the program hasn't even officially been opened yet, and we already have, I think, 6 women enrolled. And it caps out at 30. So just so you know, this is an intimate thing, guys. This is not like putting you in a group with 200 people and here's a DIY course and have fun and figure it out yourself. This is real coaching and real support with an intimate group of women who are holding each other up and lifting each other up. So if that's the kind of experience that you want to start your new year, then definitely set up, fill out the application. And oh, I see, oh yeah, okay, it looks like Mavi or Ryan has put in the application there. So you can see justguys.com/Worth to Wealth. That is your place to apply. So thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. I know that you are going to have amazing 2018 if you get the support that you need as you take action in your business, because this program, I know, is going to work for you. I know it's going to help you if you're ready to step up. And not everybody is, right? Like, I want you to be honest with yourself. We've talked to a few people who have heard about it through word of mouth. I've got on the phone with them, and they're not ready yet for Worth to Wealth. They need some more personal attention. I've recommended other resources to them. We've talked about other stuff that they can do to get themselves to the place where they're ready. It's not a fit for everyone, but for those of you who are ready to take action and who want to do it with us, really, like this group here, like these are your people, like this is who's doing this together. And if you want to be alongside these women and you want to do this with you, then you absolutely can. It's totally possible. And look, I know that if this is new for you, maybe you've never done something like this before, you've never done any kind of group coaching program before, this is not a DIY course. You've probably seen DIY courses before. You've seen what they're like. You maybe have a graveyard of them. I was talking to, I think it was Suzanne and I were talking today about that experience of investing in lots of coaching programs or courses and noticing that, you know, I'm not getting any of this shit done. Well, you want to know why you're not getting it done? It's because no one's actually helping you. That's why. Because 97% of courses never get complete. And the reason why they don't get complete is because we don't actually have the support we need in order to take action. We're not getting the support to move through our blocks and move through our limiting beliefs. But I know that this is going to be different for you because it really is coaching and we really are going to reprogram your beliefs. So I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes and I want to open it up now to some Q&A. I want to know from those of you who are considering or curious, this is your chance to get some questions answered from me about the Worth to Wealth experience, how it works, what's included, anything that you need to know about the journey. and how it came together. And oh, and be sure to visit jessgeist.com/worth to wealth to apply. If you want to apply, definitely go to jessgeist.com/worth to wealth, and that is where you can just fill out your application and schedule a call with a member of our team, and we will help you, or me, and we will help you figure out what you want to do in 2018 and if Worth to Wealth can get you there. So who has some questions right now? So Tony says, I've missed a lot. I've been having problems along the way with the screen freezing and the time to enlarge it. Keep minimizing back and forth, so I couldn't read the other comments. Or we'll have to watch the video again. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Tony. You're welcome. You're welcome to stay to watch the video again. But if you're watching now, tell me what you missed. Tell me what questions you have. And I'm here to help answer them for you. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about Worth to Wealth? What do you want to know about reaching your goals in 2018? I'll tell you that one of the things that excites me the most about Worth to Wealth, and that I think is going to be the biggest game-changing element, it is the biggest game-changing element, is the combination of RTT with coaching. So I have been an RTT therapist since April, and I have started combining these two modalities since April. And the work, the transformations that I have witnessed in my clients have been unbelievable. Marta, she's here. She can tell you firsthand from her own experience what that's like. She can tell you right now what it is like for you to go through the experience of getting coaching plus rapid transformational therapy. And in Worth to Wealth, we're going to be blowing up your beliefs in 3 key areas. The first is your belief that you are not enough and you are not worthy. We're going to go back to the times in your life where you picked up that belief, and we're actually going to rip it out of you, change it, transform it, and install a new piece of thoughtware that literally rewires and rebuilds new neural pathways that changes the way that you talk to yourself. So that instead of that negative, self-defeating language, like, oh, I can't do this, or I'm not ready, or I'm not good enough, instead of that stuff, you're going to hear something different in your head. You're going to hear, actually, I know exactly what to do. I got this. I'm ready. I'm worthy. I can do it. The other thing that we're going to change is your relationship with money. We are going to create an attitude of abundance, because if you are operating from a place of fear and scarcity and lack right now, it's going to be almost impossible for you to step up and serve from a powerful place with your clients, especially when it comes to asking for money, right? If you believe that money is evil or hard to make, or that it tears people apart, or that it's scary, then how are you going to build a business that meets $250,000, $1 million, or $13 million a year in revenue goal? You gotta change that belief. So we're going to actually rewire. We're going to go back and figure out where you picked up that belief, and we're going to let it go. We're going to change it, release it from you, and then you'll never have to have that fear, that terrible feeling of wanting to get rid of your money or not receive money when it comes to you, right? And then the last thing, this is the thing that I think everybody gets really excited about, is fearless action. So we're going to hardwire you to move through fear and to feel effortless motivation every single day, so that you develop those habits of success, like taking action on the most difficult thing first versus waiting to do the hardest thing last when you're like all tired and burned out from the day. So Bridget wants to know, what kind of investment do you need to join Worth to Wealth? Yeah, Bridget, the investment is, you have 2 different ways to pay for the program, and we'll talk about that on your call if you're curious to learn more. So one way, you can pay upfront in full, and that's going to save you actually around $600, or we have a monthly payment plan. So we can work out a plan that works best for you based on your budget right now. So join a call, and we can talk more about where you are financially, and whether or not we can come up with a solution that works for you. Okay? So let's see, what other questions do we have? Anybody have any other questions? Yes, says Olivia, fearless. Yeah, girl, fearless, fearless, fearless. That's what it's all about. And that's what I really want for you in your life, is to feel fearless in your business. I want you to feel like you can do anything at all. Anything at all is available to you. You can do it. It's not that hard. It's not that out of reach. But if you have the right people around you who are giving you the right support, then it's all possible. And that's what Worth to Wealth is all about, guys. And don't forget, if you want to scroll back up there, if you're curious and you want to learn more and you need some help getting clarity on your goals and you want to decide, like, have I set goals at the highest bar? Have I done that this year? Then schedule a call with us and we'll get on the phone and we'll talk about what it is that you want to achieve next year. We'll talk about what's keeping you stuck or could keep you from getting there. I have a person that I did a session with, information session on Worth to Wealth, and she was telling me what her business goals were, her financial goals were for next year. And the thing that she was telling me, she's like, oh, I'd like to make $15,000 next year. And thank God she and I had that call, because what we came to through that conversation was that she had a huge money block that was keeping her from charging what she was worth. She was only charging $50 an hour for her coaching, which, if you do the math, guys, when you charge that little, it's almost impossible to build a business that cracks 6 figures. But if you want to crack 6 figures, then you got to set your prices to a place that actually allow you to build a sustainable business and serve more clients without burning yourself out. And that's one of the things that we do in Worth to Wealth. We talk about how do you actually build a business that gets high-paying clients. And I'm going to give you every single week those yes moves. Those are the actions and assignments and activities that I found to be most impactful and most successful in my business and my clients' businesses. So I'm going to teach you every single week what you should be focusing on. You're going to get powerful tools and resources, and then you're going to take that thing and you're going to do it. You're going to do it with 30 other people who are doing it with you. And you're going to work through your blocks, you're going to work through your stuff, and I'm putting tight deadlines on this stuff because I want you to take action now. I don't want you to continue to sit in fear up in your head, wishing and waiting and wondering whether or not this is going to be the year that everything changes. Because the only time that things really change is when you decide to move through and past your comfort zone, out into your edges, and do the things that are unfamiliar but you know are going to get you results. And that's why I've designed the program that way, because if you can consistently train your mind and your body, your spirit, to be uncomfortable and to move through uncertainty, then you become so much more limitless and powerful in your ability to create, because you're no longer stuck looking at the thing as though it's on the other side of the bridge with you being over here. So if you are ready to do that, please do go fill out that application now. It's jessgeist.com/worth to wealth. Fill out that application and we'll get on the phone and we'll help you make sure that you're setting the bar at a standard that really is commensurate with the power of the work that you do. I don't want you to sell yourself short this year. I don't want you to sell yourself short ever. I want you to own your worth and earn your wealth. That's what we're all about here in this community. And we're all about helping, giving you the tools, giving you the support that you need so that you can take action every single day. Fearless action, right? I mean, who here has had that experience of really wanting to do something more than anything, but having that palm sweat, like armpit sweat thing that comes up, mouth is dry, and you're like, oh my God, total anxiety moment, and then not doing it? I don't know about you, but for me, whenever I get to that edge and then I back away, that's when I really, really feel it. Because I know that some part of me has betrayed myself. I know that some part of me has chosen to buy into a story that's not mine. A story or a belief that I can't have what I want. A story or belief that I will be rejected or judged and that I won't be able to handle it. A story or belief that I can't take on the responsibility that I'm requesting of myself. That is the thing that tears us down. The thing that tears us down is having an opportunity sitting right in front of us and then choosing over and over again not to take it. The things that build you up are the moments where you choose to take opportunities that are literally being put into your lap, taking them, and then making them your own. I promise you that the fear of failure is greater than the experience of failing itself. I have failed so many times in my business. So many times I have failed. I have gone broke twice. I've gotten myself out of being broke twice. I've started concepts that nobody has wanted to buy. that I have launched so many things, guys, where it was just literally crickets. What website in a weekend? I launched that experience. Literally the first time, not a fucking word. Not a like, not a comment, not a thing. Nothing. So I have been there. I know what it's like to do something that's uncomfortable and to have that feeling of failure. But you know what happens when you push yourself like that? You start to get persistent. Then another part of you shows up that says, you know what? That was shitty, but it ain't staying that way. No. I'm going to prove to all these people who didn't comment, who didn't like, who didn't buy the thing, I'm going to show everybody that I'm not giving up because there's more to me here and I'm not going to let this stop me. Some part of you gets awoken from that. It's enlivened by that experience of failing. There's some part of you that says, I must get back up because that's a character defining moment. And this is a character defining moment too. Whenever you're giving an opportunity to step up and to step into something, if you're on the fence right now, if you're a no, if you're on the fence, your opportunity is just to simply schedule a call. That's all you got to do. I mean, there's nothing to lose here. It's just 45 minutes of time. And the worst thing that happens is you decide it's not right for you and you get some clarity on your goals. But choosing to take no action from a place of fear and scarcity and doubt, that is the thing that I just don't want for you more than anything in the world. I want for you more than anything in the world to become the person that you are, to remember the woman that you are, that woman that chooses herself again and again, that chooses to believe in yourself every time, not just when it feels convenient, but when it feels uncomfortable too. Because that's what's going to get you to that $1 million. That's what's going to get you to that $100,000 is that choice. Every entrepreneur faces that choice every single day. They say that happens in marriage too. Anybody here married? Who here is married and has to choose their husband every single day, even when he's being an ass or doing the things that drive us crazy, like not picking up the dishes, right? Every single day, you're choosing to be with that person. You're choosing to love him or her. And it's the same thing in your business. Every single day, you're faced with choices. Choices to stay where you are, to play small, or choices to step up and step in to your greatness. Because you're great. You are all amazing. Everybody in this group who's right now watching this live or watching this recording of this live is a powerful transformationalist. I read your applications. I know who you are. I look at your profiles before you join. Everybody, and this is a curated community, guys. Everybody here is amazing at what they do. Everybody here is a powerful coach, is a powerful therapist, is a powerful healer, has amazing gifts to contribute into the world. And everybody here is on a soul's journey. Everybody here is looking to step into the meaning of their life, to feel purposeful and action-oriented and activated, rather, in everything that you do every day. You want to have an activated life, not a deactivated one. And you want that because that's what you provide for other people. I know. It feels so good to watch other people soar, but you also want it for yourself. Because if you're soaring, if you're building the business, if you're getting the support that you need, if you've chosen to invest in yourself, then you can soar even higher with your clients. You know, one of the things that I see a lot of times is that people are out there selling transformation, but they've never invested in it themselves. So then when it comes to the time to make the offer on a call, you're like, yeah, and it's $400. Because it's you're asking someone to do something with you that you've never done for yourself. And then you feel out of integrity. It's a shitty feeling. I used to do that. I was selling $30,000 coaching programs for a while, and I was doing it, and every single time, it felt like I was kind of like going like, when I would drop the offer. Anybody ever had that experience when it comes to pricing? It's kind of going right at the end, and it's blah, blah, blah dollars. And I would do that, you know, I would every single time drop the price and then like wait like this, like kind of like cowering. And it was because I wasn't standing in my truth. Because I was asking for somebody to give me $2,000, $3,000 a month or whatever, $1,000 even. And I wasn't doing that with somebody else. So I chose to do the uncomfortable thing. And I chose to find a coach that charged more than I charged and then invest in that. And then now I know what it's like. I know what it feels like for the other person on the other side to say yes to themselves, because that's what happens when you choose to invest in an experience like Worth the Wealth. You're choosing to invest in yourself. You're saying yes to you. You're not saying yes to me. You're saying yes to yourself, because I can't force you to do anything. I can't make you do anything. I could give you all the tools and all the tactics, and I could talk to you every day, all day long, but you're the one who has to step up into your possibility. You're the one who has to take action. You're the one who has to choose to say yes. No one can do it for you. But it's not until you've had that experience that you can know what it's like to ask somebody else to do that with you. And when you can actually like sit next to your client and say, you know what? I know what it's like. I've actually been here before. I've been here. I've been in a position where I've been scared to make a decision because it meant that I would have to let go of the past, and I would have to choose. I would choose to think that what I want is available to me. It means that's what really happens when you make these kinds of commitments to yourself. You're choosing to say, what I want is available to me, and I can have it. And if you can have that experience for yourself, then you can do that so much more powerfully for your clients. And I know that you can do it. I know you can do it. You wouldn't be here in this group. You wouldn't be part of this conversation right now if you didn't think, Suzanne says, definitely me. Yeah, you wouldn't be here in this group. You wouldn't be here right now having this conversation, watching this live and sticking around if you didn't know that you were ready to have a different story. I know you want it. And like I said, this isn't a conversation to I don't know, like based on where you are in your business, if you're ready for Worth to Wealth. I'm sure you're ready to change, but get on a call with us and we'll figure it out. We'll help you. We'll sit next to you and we'll say, okay, like what's going on? Where do you want to be? What's your big goal? What's your big desire? Like, what are you looking for in your business? What kind of support do you need? Where do you feel like your gaps are? Okay. All right. Well, here's what Worth to Wealth is and how it could support you. And we'll you'll decide. We'll hold the space for you to decide. Is this good for you? Is this what you want and need right now or not? And if it is, awesome. You get to join and you're part of the tribe, and we're going to celebrate, and we're going to do amazing shit together. We're going to just blow it out of the water for 90 days, right? 90 days. 90 days. Every single day you're going to be with this group for 12 weeks. I thought about doing it for 8 weeks. And, I decided no, because I've done 8-week programs before with clients in a group setting. And it's just not enough time. It takes the first couple months just to get yourself in and to start taking action and to believe in yourself. And that third month, I think, is when you really see stuff really starts to pop off for people in that third month. That they let go of the resistance, they let go of the stories, especially with rapid transformational therapy, guys. With rapid transformational therapy, you're going to be letting go and blowing up the stories in days, if not like minutes. As soon as you do your first regression recording, you're going to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I was walking around my whole life with that old bullshit belief that is so not mine. If anybody here has done RTT, you totally know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I promise you that you can do this. I promise you that you can do this. Bridget wants to know the commitment. The commitment to Worth to Wealth, it's $3,000 if you choose to pay monthly. So it's $1,000 a month, or it's $2,597. That's it. $2,597 if you pay upfront in full, or $1,000 a month if you choose to take our payment plan. So there's two different ways that you can get involved, and there's two different ways that you can play, depending on where you are financially. If you want to save a little bit of money up front, then you can totally do that. And if you want to space it out over time, then that's available to you too. But either way, this experience is designed for you to make that money back. Because if you're investing $3,000, then I'm going to be asking you to be selling your services for a minimum of $1,000. A minimum of $1,000. And I make that a flat rule across all of my clients, because like I said, I'm on a mission to raise the bar for the power of transformational work, too many transformationalists are undercharging and undervaluing our services, and we're training our customers to do that. That's on us. So we've got to start stepping up and owning our stuff, because we've all got wounds, right? We've all got wounds, and it gets triggered in this work. Part of us are drawn to this because of those wounds. And if we can step up and charge what we're worth and really own that, then we can serve more powerfully, and we can reinvest in our own growth, which allows us to serve more powerfully, and the cycle continues over and over again. So the investment to work to wealth is, I made it very easy for everyone, because my private coaching, as you guys know, is $50,000 for 12 months, right? And to work with me privately for even a 30-day rapid transformational experience is significantly more. But I wanted to find a way to help more people get to the place where they were ready to start making bigger and bigger investments in themselves and in their business, so that you could actually go out and get clients instead of thinking about getting clients. So this is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, and the price will go up. The next enrollment will happen. The next round will kick off in April, and it will be $5,000. This is just for this first incoming class. And right now it's cohort based, but it's possible that that might change in the future as well. So if you really know that you're the kind of person who likes to have an intimate group of people, and you're looking to save some cash but still get massive results right now, then now is the best time to join the program, to be part of this founding members group, which is what you would be part of, is the founding members of Worth to Wealth. So if that's you, then what you can do now is go and fill out that application. Bridget, I'd love to have a conversation with you, sister. If you're feeling curious, let's hop on a call and, talk to me and my husband about it, or my husband or another member of our team, and we'll get you all the information you need to make a decision that's best for you. But fill out that application now. It's jessgeist.com/worth to wealth, and that will send you to a page to schedule a time with us. So I'm just going to take, Lilith says Lilith's made an appointment. Yay, Lilith. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I was so hoping that you would do it. Oh, I was hoping that I would talk to you, but don't be nervous. We're going to figure out what's right for you. Either way, you're always loved. Okay. And I'm so excited to just talk to you more, because I think you're so cool. Will you wear your fun, will you please wear your fun getup? Can you wear your lights on your head? I'll wear my cat ears. You wear your lights, and we'll make a party out of it. How's that sound? Olivia says yes. Time commitment, says Bridget. Great questions, Bridget. Okay. So here's how the nuts and the bolts. I love all your questions, guys. I really appreciate it. So the program is 12 weeks, 90 days. There's a 2-hour coaching session every single week. And the first hour of that session is on mindset, and the second hour of that session is on business. So the first hour about mindset is for you to work on your inner game. That's where you get to bring in the stuff that's like your fear-based stuff, your limiting beliefs, your thoughts around lack, whatever it is that's coming up for you. Even stuff that's in your personal life, because we are whole and complete. So the first hour is all about mindset. And then the second hour is all about business. And that's where we talk about the practical and tactical stuff. You get to bring in your burning questions around things like how I've written, I need to know, what do I write for my first Facebook introduction to my new group that I set up? Or what's your advice for overcoming the objection of I don't have enough time? Or what is I need to know how to set up my payment system. What payment system and processing tools should I use? Whatever it is that's coming up for you. And most likely the stuff that we'll be talking about in our weekly sessions will be related to the weekly yes move. And I am not teaching on these calls, okay? I want to make that really clear. You will be getting a video and content and support and tools so that you can do your yes move, but this is real coaching. So this is live on Zoom. Everybody's live on Zoom on video, and we will be coaching. Proper space holding, facilitating. Somebody, I think it was Suzanne and I were talking about her joining the program today, and she asked a great question like, well, how does that work? Well, when you're in a group environment like that, I'm going to be feeling into the energy of you and what the group needs, and it's going to be different every single week. Sometimes we might be doing guided visualizations. Other times you may be doing breath work to drop into our body and get out of our head. I may be teaching you techniques to manage overwhelm and anxiety. I might put us into hypnosis if I'm feeling there's a calling for that. There's all kinds of stuff. We could be doing journaling or written assignments on those sessions. So the coaching is real time, and it's based on the needs of the group and the energy that's being presented in the group. Same thing goes with the second hour. The other stuff that you'll be doing in the program is completing your weekly yes move. And the time commitment for those things range depending on the move. So one of the moves that you'll be making, for example, is completing your ideal client worksheet. Okay, that might take you 45 minutes to an hour. Some people it could take a day, depending on how detailed you want to get and how much reflection you want to do or how clear you already are. And then some other yes moves are going to be quicker and faster. So some of them are going to be similar to the ones that we did in the yes games, like requesting a testimonial, or you might create a hot list of people that you can use for outreach or referrals. Those moves take less time, but it depends every week, depending on the move, how much time you have to allocate. But here's what I would have to say, like if you're curious, like, oh, do I have the time to commit to a program like this? It's basically like this. You can either try to build your business on your own and spend 20 hours a week building your business, or 10 hours a week or whatever, building your business on your own without guidance, someone there helping you make sure you avoid the shit you're not supposed to do and do the stuff that has the most impact. Or you can just do it in a structured environment. That's really it. So you can spend 10 or 15 or 20 hours, however many hours. Look, you can put in as much juice into your business as you want, right? But if you're really going for it and you have a $250K, $1 million, goal this year, you're going to probably be working full time on your business every day anyway. So do you want to do that in the container of a group of people and in a system and with structure, or do you want to try to do it on your own? That's really what it comes down to. Do you want to make sure that you focus on the things that are most high leverage and that are going to get the best return on your investment? Or do you want to try to maybe take the risk of doing things that may not make an impact? Like so many people get sucked into writing lots of blog posts when they start their business, or focus on building on Instagram. Like that's great, but most people do not have a return on investment from those things right away. But I know what is going to give you the most results and get the most clients for you without having to do all that complicated digital marketing stuff. Everybody starts their business in the same place. You have to learn how to make money while you're awake before you can learn to make money while you're asleep. That is the foundation of your business. I'm going to give you everything that you need in order to get that foundation so that you can scale. And that's the next phase. That's why I graduate everybody from this group into a different group, an alumni group, because you're going to start having different conversations by the time we're done with this. The conversation that you're having with yourself now, like, what should my program be, and what is my unique value proposition, and what should I price my services at, and how do I get clients? Like, you're going to not only know that stuff, you're going to have done that stuff, and now you're going to be looking at doing more stuff, different stuff. And as they say, like, more money, more problems. Basically, that's not really true. But as you up level yourself, with every level you hit, you're going to hit new opportunities for growth. And so this is kind of like phase one. And then after that, you graduate and you move on to the next phase of where you're doing that even more consistently and starting to build systems, et cetera, et cetera. So we don't need to get into all those details, but the point is that you're going to have the structure that you need, and you can either put all of that time and energy into a system and with a group of people that are going to help you make sure you're staying accountable and staying on track, or you can do it on your own. No judgment, no stress either way. I mean, whatever you want, it's up to you. But for me, I know that what I need in my business is people to hold me accountable to getting things done, and who've walked my path and who could tell me, like, oh shit, don't do that because you're about to get burned. Like my new coach that we just hired, she's built multiple multi-million-dollar businesses, and she rarely takes on private clients, and she's hired my husband, and she's chosen to take on my husband and I because of the way that we're showing up in our business. And she already has given us like 3 or 4 things where I'm like, shit. For example, end of the year. Did you know that before the end of the year, you should be draining your bank account and your business so that you don't get taxed in the United States anyways? I'm going to speak to the US. I don't know how it works in Europe. But in the United States, if you're holding on to a lot of profit in your bank account before the end of the year, you're going to get taxed on all that income, and you don't want that. So the end of the year is a great time for you to make big investments in your business, right? I didn't know that. So she tells me this, and I'm like, oh my God, we have all of this. We have like tens and tens of thousands in our bank account right now. I'm going to get screwed on my taxes. So immediately we're like, okay, let's go invest in this coach that we wanted to work with. Let's go invest in this program. Let's go buy some new computers. And now we have all this great stuff. And what a cool way to start off the energy of our new year. Like, we've made some major investments in our business. But it's simple things like that that can really, really take us off track when it comes to building a business. And I don't want those experiences to happen for you. I want you to take action. So if you're excited about 2018 and you're ready to be part of a group of people who are doing cool shit like you and who are making stuff happen, then apply. It's Worth to Wealth, jessgeist.com/worth to wealth. And so Suzanne says, did you say the commitment is charging our clients $1,000? Is that per session or programs? That's a great, Bridget already applied. Yay, Bridget, I'm so excited. Yay! Suzanne says, did you say the commitment is $1,000? Okay, so Suzanne, there are a lot of people that come to me who are new to this work who are charging like $500 or $200 for a month-long coaching experience, and who aren't selling long-term coaching, or who are charging like $200 an hour for RTT, or who are charging $100 an hour for Reiki sessions. So what I encourage my clients to do is to, instead of trying to fill your calendar and burn yourself out every day to make ends meet, increase your prices and then go find the clients who are willing to pay that price. And by the way, if you position your services in a way that's absolutely irresistible, which is one of the things that I will teach you how to do in this program, one of your yes assignments is creating your irresistible offer, and I'm going to show you how to position yourself so that you really speak to the hearts and minds of your customers. But if you do that well, then it's easy for you to offer a high ticket. Like, I offer my RTT experiences right now, it's 30 days, for $2,000, what I've offered it for the past few months. And this year, starting January, it's going up to $3,000. And that's like an introductory experience for me. And people say yes all the time, $2,000, okay, yeah, sure, cool. But it's because I've learned how to lead a conversation and how to position the service in a way that makes them say, that's worth $2,000 to me. Because especially if you're offering, something like transformation. Like, transformation is priceless. Like, the transformation that you'll get through Worth to Wealth is priceless. I could charge $50,000 for this program, but I'm not. But because I want people who are starting out to have the foundation that they need. That's what this is designed for. That's why it's priced this way. But I've got to that place because I've done research, and I know what people who are starting out need, because I've served them and I've done the research and I've experienced it too. So when you can really increase your prices, then you can start attracting the people to you that you need. And so Suzanne, I don't know, tell me if that answers your question, but for you, you want to do high-end private coaching. So for you, your private coaching, like to work with you for 6 or 12 months, that's going to be like 30, anywhere between, I wouldn't want you to do it for less than 15,000, but for 6 months, but anywhere between like $15,000 and $50,000 or $100,000 or more for that kind of a high-end coaching program and experience. And then you might offer an introductory experience that somebody gets to work with you for a month using RTT, intuitive readings and coaching, and you have your special experience that you design that gives them a taste for what that's like. And it's basically going to be somewhere between $1,000 and $3,000, $1,000 and $5,000, something like that. It might even be $10,000. It's up to you. But the point is that we're not charging low ticket, because that keeps you from making money and having sustainable business, which is one of the reasons why I've made this program not a low ticket program, because I want to encourage you to step up into charging higher prices, because you're worth it. You're worth it. to do that. You should be charging $3,000 to $5,000 easily for anything that you do. It shouldn't be an issue. It should be an excitement. It should be like that's the baseline. Like, who here who's watching now wouldn't want $5,000 to be your baseline offer and to have those kinds of clients coming in every month? I mean, you do the math. You can either sell 4 people every month at $5,000 each to make $20,000 a month, or you can sell 100 people at $200 an hour. Like, I don't even know if that math works out. I think it does. I don't know. I'm terrible at math, but you see my point, right? Volume over volume. A volume play in business is much harder, much more grueling and strenuous. And you're here to have a lifestyle, right? Like, you want a lifestyle. That's why you're part of this community. That's why you're building this kind of business, because you want that freedom and you want that lifestyle. So you have to design a business that supports your lifestyle, not a lifestyle that supports your business. It's not that way. We're not in that kind of an industry. Most of us are here because we want to do things like travel, and we want to do things like invest in our personal growth and experiment and, eat good food and go dining and whatever. But we're not here because we want to become a slave to our business. And the way you avoid being a slave to your business is by charging higher prices. And I'll help you move through that and work to wealth. We'll help you figure out what is your happy price and how do you let go of that fear that it's too much and that you're not enough. That's what the RTT is there to do, guys. That's there to help you rip out that belief so that when you charge the higher price, you're not going, oh, can I? You're going, yeah, that's right. And Marta, she was in here for a while. She said for a while that, we did a money block session and she was feeling really contracted around money. But since she did her RTT session on money blocks and overcoming that, she's actually doubled her income and gotten a new job and has been able to save. So it's all possible. It's all available to you guys. Lila says, I feel like the mentality about giving money in America is different to Europe. I work with children. I've never heard of anyone paying that amount of money. Well, people do pay money, do pay higher prices. And this is also another part of the problem in our space, is that we anchor our value to the things that everybody else is doing. But the problem is the whole industry has a self-worth problem. So we're all undercharging. Like, therapists undercharge. They charge $50 an hour. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. You're changing somebody's life, right? But we all undercharge. And then what we do is we say, oh, well, she's only charging $100 or she's only charging $200. So I guess that's what I should charge. But that's not true. I saw everybody around me charging $100 and $200. And I said, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to charge way more than that. And all it means is that you have to find the right families and the right children. And that's part of what we'll do together, Lois, is figure out, is there a way for you to provide that value and that service? Maybe it's not $10,000 for your client. Maybe it's $1,000. But even that, right? Even serving 10 families at $1,000 a month and serving them powerfully would be a huge win. Because I think you said your goal was 8,000, right? So you can get there. They will pay. But it's all about understanding, how do you position yourself and how do you find the people, the right people that are ready to invest in your services. It's absolutely possible. Absolutely possible. So my encouragement to you guys here is to stop looking at what everybody else is doing, because we're pulling ourselves down. That's part of the reason why I created this program. It's because I wanted women to step up and claim their worth and earn their wealth, to raise their rates, to charge the powerful prices that are aligned with the powerful transformation that you provide, regardless of who it's for. We can't buy into the stories of the people around us and yes, there's some people who just don't have money. And that's when you get to come up with things like your groups and your blog or your podcast eventually, to serve the people who cannot afford you. That's why Marie Forleo has Marie TV. That's why these people do this stuff, because not everybody can afford to work with us. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. You can still serve powerfully. Right? You can still come up with ways to really give your juice, as I say, to really give your juice to the people who need to hear it. I've been leading this community for months now, and I've given everything away, right? Everything that I've done has been here to serve all of you, because I care so much. And you can do that too. So it's all about coming up with that layer, those levels of offerings so that you can meet people where they are. But what you want to put your energy and attention on are the things that are going to create the highest and most impact in your business. That's where you want to have the rubber meet the road. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do, Lilith. Anybody else who's feeling the same way, I'm glad you brought that up. Because there are a lot of people out there who are serving communities and they have these fears and that, maybe the people that I want to serve can't afford what I do. Or nobody else is charging that, so who am I to think that I can? That's really the big thing that comes up. But you're not alone in that. You're totally not alone. Not alone, sister. Not at all. I mean, when I first started out working with other women entrepreneurs and coaches, I was like, oh, they don't have any money. They're just starting out in business. Like they can't afford it. Yeah, I believe that until I had people starting out in business start investing $30,000 with me in private coaching and paying up front and full. People will do what it takes when they really want to change. And those are the clients that you want. So again, if you're on the fence, please just take the next step. It's not the end of the road. It's just the next step, which is to schedule a call with me and my team to decide if Word to Wealth is right for you and to help you figure out what do you really want? What are you going for in your business? What could you do to really raise the bar? And can Word to Wealth help you get there? So go to jessgeist.com/Word to Wealth. We are taking appointments now. The program starts, by the way. When does this even start? You're probably wondering. Word to Wealth begins the last week in January / first week in February, and we meet on Tuesday nights. So you've got a couple of weeks here. We've got about 3 weeks now that we are opening enrollment right now. You guys are the first ones to hear about it, other than some people who heard about it through word of mouth in the Yes Games. So you are the first ones to be on the inside because you are part of Worthy Women. And because you're part of Worthy Women, you'll always be on the inside of whatever it is that I do. You'll always get first crack, and you'll always get that first opportunity because you're a loyal member of our community and because you add so much value to my life too and to each other. So thank you guys for being here today. If you have any other questions, please feel free to put them here. I'll be monitoring the feed here over the next few days as more questions come in, and I'm also going to be posting some more details about the program, including a page for you to learn more for those of you on the fence. But just go to now, jessgeist.com/Word to Wealth to schedule your application, to fill out your application and schedule a call with us so that you can learn more about the experience and how it can serve you powerfully in 2018. For those of you who have already said yes to having a call, I can't wait to talk to you. My husband and I are standing by, and our team, we can't wait to have a conversation with you and learn more about what your goals are and how we can support you as you move forward. And for those of you who are on the fence, just know that we're here for you, and it's scary, it's edgy, I know. And if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't know, this is scary, it's edgy, I'm not sure, is this right for me? You'll never know unless we get on a call and talk more about it. And there's no big deal. If it's a yes, great. If it's a no, that's cool too. We're here for you no matter what, sister. And you've always got this group, and we're always here for you in this community. And for those of you who are just joining now, please go back and watch the replay. We had some powerful content today about how you can move forward with power into 2018 with 3 unconventional tips on how to keep on your goals. And if you are curious to learn more about Worth to Wealth, I talk more about that program. It's a beautiful and amazing experience with other women like you, 30 women entrepreneurs coming together for 90 days to kick butt, to get stuff done, to get powerful coaching, to reprogram our subconscious beliefs and take massive action and get results, real massive action, not the kind of DIY course where you just try to figure it out yourself through some worksheets and then talk to some people in a Facebook group. This is real hands-on stuff. So if that's the kind of support that you want, and if you are ready to move into action this year, then I got you, girl. Come talk to me. Come talk to my team. Fill out that application at jessgeist.com/Word to Wealth, and we will make sure that you continue to stay on the path to owning your worth and owning your wealth. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I'm going to try not to choke and die on the end of this call. Oh my God. Oh my God. So much talking. I don't normally talk this much. Okay. All right, any final thoughts, any final questions? Suzanne says Prentice. And oh, thanks, Suzanne. I really appreciate that. She says, Jess, you listen. I had a call with you today. You don't push, you encourage. Thanks, Suzanne. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, I'm not, there's no pushiness here, and that's not the way we roll. It's really, we are really coaching actually on those conversations. That's what our sales conversations, I can't even call them that anymore. But, you know, it's just really about us sitting next to you like this, being like, hey girl, like, what you got going on? What do you want? Okay, like this is what we've got. Like, is there a fit here? Are you ready? Do you want to take the next step? Awesome. Here's how you do that. No, like why? Why not? What's keeping you? Okay, here's where I can call you forward into your power. Here's where maybe I think you do need a little bit more time and how I can support you. It's like that. It's just like that. It's a real heart to heart. That's what it is. It's a heart to heart with me, my team, and we're ready for you. We're ready to help you and help you get where you need to be, because the more of us who step up and do that, the more success that we all have. So thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Lilith, for staying on to the end. You guys are amazing. And I'm looking forward to my conversations with all of you who scheduled. And for those of you who are on the fence, please just go ahead and go to jessgeist.com, fill out an application, jessgeist.com/worth to wealth, fill out your application, and we'll get you taken care of. Help you decide what you need and want as you move into the new year. Thank you all so much. I love ya, and I'll see ya later. Bye.